Look here, man. I don't know if I'm gonna get banned or not, but I got to talk about it. So I did everything I could to walk the line on it, but it has to be discussed. So I was watching a movie a couple days ago called Black Summer. And in the movie, it's basically about apocalypse of what would happen when the zombies break out. This will go into different orders of people's lives and how they all reach in one situation. And, of course, they got your Walking Deads and all your other different zombie apocalypse type movies out there today. But this one hit me to the core a little bit. It makes you laugh. And of course, there are other people who will find offensive to it. But it also has a reality to it. And here's why. The reason why I wanted to talk about this is because when I do research, I kind of see things on how things are going based off of reality and based off of the numbers that I see. Now, like I told you about feminism and globalists and racial ideology in this society, a lot of these things are going to come to a head sooner or later because this society cannot keep functioning the way it's going by following those three things that I stated, that I talked about. It cannot do that because what's going to happen eventually, this society is going to crash and it's going to fall and it's going to burn. It has to. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it because by nature, men are the head. Women are supplementary pieces to the man. Everyone has their purpose in life. Whether you like it or not, whether you understand it or not, I understand that you're not liking it or not getting it because it's based off of what some of these young, like I said, a lot of these young kids grew up in different kind of home life. And so they're not going to understand the way or the order of life. And a lot of women out here today, they live a candy life based off of the whims of this society, which the government is the pappy of their household. That's why you have women acting the way they do. But at some point, in some situations in this society, things are going to have to turn. And sooner or later, women are going to be placed in the position where they are going to have to make split decisions based off of how they act. And this movie, to me, indicated a lot of these things. A lot of movies today like to show women being heroism. They like to show women being Captain Marvel or Wonder Woman or Black Widow or the lady in Resident Evil. Like they go around being badasses and killing up shit and karate chopping their way to 6 or 7 different men. But in reality, we know that's not true. Majority of these movies today actually speak about what's going to happen in the near future based off of what you do your research on and what you are going to see in this society. Especially the way things are going now. Whether you're dealing with the COVID-19, whether you're dealing with all these protesters and marches and all these other things, and all of this, the rise of feminism and globalists and racialist situation, which racialist deals with so-called Black Lives Matter movement, globalists dealing with the LGBTQ community and globalists worrying about the land and animals and all these other things, talking about the environment, and feminism dealing with the rise of femininity and the rise of women taking over the workforce, taking over your jobs, taking over the white man court system, the whole 9 yards. But like I said, eventually these things going to have to come to an head because you cannot run a society where women are in rulership. and women are dictating the lives of builders and creators who are heterosexual men. So the reason why I was talking about this Netflix movie called Black Summer, it kind of shows a lot of that. And this scene literally indicated on how women really are going to be. They really are. As you can see here, like I said, I have to be careful in what I put and what I say, because it can be very sensitive to those who are not understanding how things are. I'm not trying to be mean, not trying to be ugly, not trying to be controversial. But if I'm not talking about a society breaking out in zombies and flesh eaters and all that kind of stuff, but a society can turn based off of those who are losing power. Let's say the government have lost power, and next thing you know, there is no laws, there's no rules, there's no one out here to protect you. And a lot of people can turn, not like zombies, but a lot of people can turn into looters, killers, murderers, and rapists. And to me, when I look at zombie movies, I look at these zombies as if society has crashed. And society is going to be full of looters, killers, murderers, and rapists. And over time, it will be overtaken by these things. And the only ones that are going to bring in order are masculine men. You know, the masculine men that society loves to shun, that loves to take down, and loves to destroy, and loves to make as if they do not exist or if they're not needed. So eventually, these feminist women, these globalist women, and these racialist women who have all these ideologies that's going on in today's society, will that help you if this society was to crash and burn and look like a so-called apocalypse? That is the question. So let's look at how we're going to see these things. So we are going to look at what is the definition of apocalypse. Okay? The definition of apocalypse is the complete final destination of the world, as described in the biblical book of Revelations. The bells is ringing in supposed to usher to the apocalypse. Then the second one, an event involving destruction or damage on an awesome or catastrophic scale. Like I said, do not think that this word does not exist. It will exist. It's not the matter of if, it's the matter of when. And the way this society is going, it can happen at any given time. Feminist and globalist and racialist ideology indicates to me that we are slowly but surely going to situations like this. And what are those people who support these things, what are they going to do when the streets are full of killers, murderers, looters, and rapists running the streets as if they're like zombies? And what you see in this picture here, women like this woman here who is screaming at the male who is driving, she doesn't look at the guy behind him, which could be her boyfriend or her husband or just a follower. She's looking at the male who is in power because he is driving the vehicle that is giving them power. That is her only leverage, as you can see here. Offering fellatio or whatever he wants. This is the kind of stuff that can happen in things like this. So you guys need to check this movie out. Once again, I do not look at the zombie situation. I look at, what if the society does change? What if it does turn? Will women like this, what would they do if they have a split 2 to 3 second window and nothing else to offer? That's why I said what I said. I had to talk about it because I felt like it was needed to talk about, because the way this society is turning and going is literally gearing towards stuff like this. Jobs are being lost. Women are put in positions where they're going to have to make split decisions now, based off of their ideologies of what they feel they perceive to see. And if the society decides to crash and burn in 2 to 3 seconds, how are you going to react when things happen so fast? What will you do? What would you happen to see when you have no choice to make drastic decisions, as this woman you see here making the comment about fellatio? Once again, it's not the matter of if. The way things is going, a matter of when. And it's not a laughing matter. I kind of see this happening. These are the type of women that you see in your grocery stores, flip-flopping up and down the aisles, at your jobs that you see, who got their nose turned up at everybody, who feels like they're Miss Independent. They don't need anyone. They don't need anyone. I am woman, hear me roar. I don't need your help. These are the women that you see every single day, who look down at you even though they're 2 or 3 or 4, maybe 5 or 6 inches shorter than you. Once again, I can't help but talk about this because to me this is key. When you see stuff like this, it's not the matter of if, it's the matter of when this society crashes and burns. And what would these women say to survive?